Guys, today is a very special day. My friends Leighton and Devin are getting married. I met Leighton and Devin on a cruise last year, out of all places. They didn't have any friends, so me and my friends became their friends. Long story short, we hang out, we talk. They live like only 45 minutes away, and yeah, I got invited to the wedding. Now, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good day, but the wedding is in Hartford, Connecticut. I'm like South Coast, Massachusetts. So it's gonna be a big wedding, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying. My game plan is I'm gonna head down to Connecticut for the day. Then at night, I have family in Hudson Valley, New York area, Poughkeepsie to be exact. I'm gonna travel from Poughkeepsie. I'm gonna travel from Hartford, Connecticut to Poughkeepsie. It's gonna be a drive, but it's gonna be worth it versus spending the money on the hotel costs, you know? Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a lot. Gonna be a fun week. Once we get to Poughkeepsie, I'm gonna spend a few days, see my grandma, do a little disc golfing, maybe do a little podcast, but it's gonna be fun. Check it out, guys. I'll talk to y'all. And it was a fun week, except like the entire week fell apart. Yeah, this is it. You guys caught me. This is post-wedding Sammy. I'm in my Sox jersey. We're chilling right now. Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was fun, but just things don't always work out the way they're meant to be. So Post Me is gonna tell you the story about what happened at the wedding. Yeah. So anyways, that morning I wake up, I get out, I get dressed, shower, and then I go. I'm on the road, we're heading there, we're already running late, per usual. I'm bad with time. I'm running so late right now, it's not even funny, but we're gonna make it on time, and that's what matters. Only problem is, I don't know how to tie a tie, and this is a formal wedding, so we'll see what happens. I have a tie, but you know. And then I'm on the road, and I don't drive through Connecticut usually, but I gotta say, Connecticut is kind of a beautiful place. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the highways were nice, the scenery was beautiful. The vegetation was sick. I mean, it was genuinely like a really nice drive. I was surprised. There's like hills where you just see miles of just forestry, vegetation. We don't have that in Mass that much, at least not Eastern Mass, maybe Western. But I mean, I'm just being honest. You know, all jokes aside, besides Connecticut not being a real place, because it's not, but it's pretty beautiful out there. So about an hour and a half of driving just through the most like luscious highway of Connecticut, which sounds weird, but it's true. About an hour and a half of driving through there, I finally make it to Hartford. Now, I've never actually been to Hartford. I've been like around it and through it to go to New York before, because Connecticut's a highway to New York, but I make it in there, and I'm not gonna lie, Hartford is like a cool city. Like, I'm driving through there, I finally start breaking into Hartford, and there's like the highways go one way, the highways then go, there's highways like above highways, and then you're looking around at all the infrastructure, and it's like, it's all this old brick stuff, it's these new buildings, it's these like glass towers, some of them. I mean, it's just such a mix of like older styles, newer styles. Getting around wasn't too bad, but I finally parked and I made it. I was running late. I didn't even have my tie made. I wish I had videos of like how I had to run up to my buddy just and then just have him like do up my tie. I was like minutes away from like running late exactly to the wedding. I'm glad I made it on time. So I'm there, right? I finally made it to the venue. I see my friends, we get the tie done, and then we get inside. Now, the first thing I do, obviously, is I go into the bathroom and I check myself out in the mirror. A guy is looking fly as hell, I will say. I was feeling myself that day. It was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still full of myself sometimes. Like, I don't know what it is, but anyways, we sit down and I start looking around, and this venue is just so beautiful. I mean, there was just something about it. Like, the ceilings were up high. They were highly decorated with these hanging chandeliers. It was like golden, like engraved ceilings, these beautiful, like hanging chandeliers. Me and my friends are all sitting together. We're all just hanging out, enjoying ourselves, just all chatting, shooting the stuff. I don't know, there's just something special about being with your people and then celebrating your two friends you love special day. I don't know what it is, but it was just such a beautiful thing. But finally, as we were all sitting down and settling in, the ceremony started, and it was beautiful. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't tearing up. Maybe a little bit. I was a little bit tearing up. It was just so amazing. It was beautiful. I can't deny it. It made me so happy. Just seeing my two friends up there just go up and admit their love to each other. There's something just so romantic about it. It's just something you don't see every day, you know? A type of love like that is just what makes it really special. I was just so happy for them in the moment. And then finally, after the wonderful ceremony, the ceremony ends, and then we go upstairs to the bar and we start drinking. And that's where the party started to begin. So we finally make it not finally make it. I don't want to sound like let's rush to the bar during my friend's special day, but we make it to the bar. We're upstairs. We're starting to enjoy ourselves. I got a couple of drinks in me. And you know what happens when you get a couple of drinks and you start to get a little bit loose, start to feel yourself a little bit. So I knocked over one of my buddy's drinks, spilled it all over my brand new suit. And then one of my other buddies, like while I was complaining about that to my buddy, one of my other buddies walks over to that friend I'm talking to and wraps his arm around him, causing him to spill his drink on his suit. I started eating like 1/4 of all like the meat and cheese platters. I mean, like those were the signs that the chaos was soon like embrewing seriously. It was so fucking funny. Oh my god. So after having a good time drinking upstairs, it was officially time to head downstairs for the whole dance ceremony. Is that what you call it? The dance ceremony where the bride and the groom have their dance. I was gonna call it a dance off, but it's not really a dance off. So they had their dance off. We had our drinks down there. We're all having a good time. It was amazing. It was so amazing. I was watching my friends, the bride and the groom, just have their moment up there, just dancing and having fun. It was pretty fun though, I'm not gonna lie. One of my buddies who spilt my buddy's drink by like putting his arm around him, he was like plastered at this point. So what ended up happening was when they started dancing, he like physically stood up and started like swaying. Like, you ever see someone like just like sway to like the song? He started swaying, and not only did my friend who was sitting next to him like, dude, sit down, the bride herself looked over just like, sit down, like had to mouth it to him before he finally sat down. And he didn't just sit down, he sat down on the floor crisscross applesauce. It was the funniest thing. It was so ridiculous. I mean, you just can't make it up sometimes. But after the dancing, we had our main meals. The food was solid. I wish I got more videos, but I was too lost in the sauce myself to remember to record everything. So at this point in the night, we finish up our dinner, and then everyone starts crowding on the dance floor. And let me tell you, it got crazy. I mean, like, dude, we literally formed like a dance circle in the like where the zone was. Now I know like people are like at weddings when people dance like, I don't dance, I don't dance. Dude, me and my friends stood in that circle. Hey. I mean, like, I hopped in there, a bunch of my buddies hopped in there. It was so wild. Even one of my buddies brought his drink over on the dance floor and dropped it because it was so chaotic. It was something else, man. It was so much fun. But no, that's when the chaos really started. I mean, like, it got so crazy. Like, our one buddy who was like swaying earlier, he was like passed down in a corner. Two of my friends got into a fist fight outside. I was so lit on the dance floor. I was going so hard. I literally fell into like a couple. I was like, whoa. Just fell right into them. It was insane. I like apologized. Oh my god. It was a time. It was a time. Unfortunately though, like all good things, they have to come to an end at some point. Yeah, the night was starting to wind down. Things started to cool off a little bit. So I decided to have a couple of cups of coffee, a couple cups of water. I still wasn't ready to hit the road just yet because I was partying a little too hard. So I ended up going to my friend's hotel room. We hung out. We played some cards. But after an hour, I was good to go and I hit the road to New York. Yeah, it was a quiet drive. It was late at night, but overall it was relaxing. Doing this on my phone right now. The wedding was a good time. On our way to New York right now, baby. So I'm on the road heading to New York right now, and unfortunately that's when things in my trip started to take a turn for the worse. During my ride over there, I got a text from my aunt saying, Sam, unfortunately, we don't have any working water. So I said, all right, no big deal. My grandma lives right down the road. I'll get over there. I'll sleep there for the night. I'll shower up. I'll clean up at my grandmother's place. I'm good to go. So that happens. I get over there. I sleep there. We go out to breakfast the next day at a diner. And then what happens is I go to my grandmother's place, right? I take my shower, clean up, and then I ask my grandma, right? Because I'm there for the week, allegedly. Grandma, would you mind if I do my laundry over there? And then she tells me to leave. I joke you not, she physically told me to leave. She said, you know, like between the water and all these other things going on, I think you should just go. And so I was on the road again. You can't make it up sometimes. Yeah, so I left New York. My aunt was kind enough to extend my stay, but without water, I mean, it was just, I don't know, I need my showers, you know? Or else I'm gonna be stinky. No, though, overall, it was, unfortunately, even though the trip got cut short, it was a nice drive back. There's something special about driving through Hudson Valley, New York, where I'm on this parkway. It's called the Taconic Parkway, and it's all these hills, and like you can see the mountains and all the luscious like forestation, sort of like those Connecticut vibes, but in a different type of beauty. I don't know, as tough as it was also beautiful at the same time. Just something about that, you know? There was a couple of landmarks on the way I saw, a lot of open highways. It was really just smooth sailing after that. Yeah, so after a 3-hour drive back from New York the very next day, I got home, brought all my stuff upstairs, sat down and just chilled. And, you know, a little moral of the story, guys, when life gives you a little hiccup, when life kind of throws something at you, that doesn't mean that it's got to ruin the rest of your vacation, right? You just keep it moving. There's no reason to like dread on it, no reason to give crap. I mean, my grandma called me the next day and apologized, and I said, you know what, Grandma, it's no big deal. Because truth be told, life's short, you know? You gotta make the most out of life sometimes, even when you're not, you know, people don't want you there, even when something happens, you gotta make the most out of it. And that was it, and that was the wedding, man. The wedding was fantastic. The wedding was a good time. Congratulations to my friends Leighton and Devin for getting married. I love you guys. I'm so happy for you guys. Big thanks to all my friends who showed up. It's like I'm hosting or something now. Shout out to my aunt for letting me stay the night. And like I said, guys, you know, make the most out of life, even when there's some hiccups along the road. Now, if you guys are interested in the full story of the wedding and a little bit of the New York trip in like a dirtier context version, I actually just started a Substack. Now, this is not a promotional video for Substack. This is the YouTube video of the week, but I just made a Substack writing the whole like article and story about what happened. So feel free to check it out. It was fun. It was fun writing it. I'm able to get a lot more down and dirty with it. Find me on Substack at Sammy Hut, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. I'll talk to you guys. Have a good night, everyone. Bye now.